here. Just finished up that live read. Welcome in. My name is Casey from the Guardian Oracle 33. I am a psychic intuitive medium. I am blessed with a beautiful collective of people. I am here to raise the conscious awareness through just being a beacon of hope, and helping people to kind of navigate through their own stuff. We all kind of play a role in each other's lives in the ways that we move through stuff. So welcome in if you're new, if you've been here. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Man, let me talk to you about YouTube as a platform for doing personal live readings. It is such a pain in the ass at times. I need to find a different platform in some way to do the live readings, like Google Meets or some shenanigans like that. How is everybody doing? I've totally just jumped right over here, so I forgot to post my Cash App and link for... God, I drew a blank right now. And the link for personal reads. Anyways, thank you guys all for the personal read request. I have emailed most of you back. I am making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay. We are going to do a live collective reading. I have met some of the most fascinating and wonderful people through doing personal reads. Like, I can't even tell you how grateful I am for that aspect of the channel. So, I love it. All right. Let's get lost in the sauce of the collective energy. I did accidentally throw a card down here earlier. I was flinging stuff. When you wish you had a broom so you could reach a little further. Ugh. You've got it! I got it! It's a Queen of Pentacles! Cards be jumping out doing their own thing most of the time. Alright, guys. What up? How's everybody doing? What's up, Kayla? Okay, my mods. My mods. While you're in here, I wrote down a gal's name yesterday. And if she comes on, her name is Jen. I want to say McQueenie. But if you guys see her in here, Jennifer McWeenie. I could be saying that wrong, but let me know because I put her on the list yesterday and I want to be able to give her a read today. So if you guys see her on here, just let me know. What up, Wade? Yeah. Yep, that's the one. McWeenie. Told you guys I'm terrible with names. Oh, okay. Greetings, spiritual, lovely, beautiful sister Casey. Give thanks to the most high creator of all the creation, the judge, the juror, the only one worthy of it all. Hi, first time. I love that. Just checking in on the spiritual family. Twin flame, love, truth cannot be censored nor stopped. I love that. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, the highest bright light, I call on you for clarity and guidance. For the highest good of all. Woo! Woo! I got goosebumps on my whole body right now. God, I love my spirit team. You guys get your spirit guides that come in and you just feel that whole huge energetic hug. My whole body just lit up in goosebumps right now. Like, yeah, we're here. What's up, guys? I love my spirit. In a way, I can't wait to get to the other side of and oh my gosh. And dance lovingly free in the stars with my ancestors and spirit guides and dwell in the Christ consciousness. I mean, I love being human and I do, but that's what makes it exciting about being human and then having that experience with your outer worldly spirit guides, right? Spirit itself. God, Jesus, the universe, however you guys look at it. For the highest good of the collective Holy Spirit, what messages does the collective need at this time? Ding! I heard deprivation right now. Deprivation. Does that mean to go without? Deprivation, right? Sleep deprivation, the lack of. What is the actual definition of deprivation? Wade says, have a great show tonight. Thank you. What up, Sheriff? Hey guys, welcome in. I am just clearing this energy, and we're going to pull out what the collective needs to know most at this time. This story may or may not fit. I almost wanted to say your narrative. I do feel like in the collective consciousness that there has been an undermining of the spiritual role that some people play in one another's lives. Or, okay, we're going to turn confirmation. I'm going to turn that down. Am I? Spirit's like, are you going to turn it down now? I'm probably not ever going to tone down anything in my life. I'm probably going to be always uniquely my own self. And that could be one thing within the collective right now that I heard witchers, sorcerers, commanders, depravity, Kayla. Did you see my comment I wrote to you on one of your videos you did today, Casey? I just wanted to make sure you got a chance to read it. Yeah, I did, where you were. Thank you. And I thought I responded to you. I've been busy a good part of the day and then taking care of... I'm a busy mom. I got a lot of things going on. But I will get on there and check. I've been really busy with emails and getting scheduling done and other things for my company done. Peace, love, and light. What's up? I don't know. ALE? Exactly. Don't change. Thank you. Hi, Darwin. I like that name. Howdy, everyone. Good evening, soul family. Hi, Gary. Gary, I'm so excited for our personal read together. I want you to know that. Today when I was scheduling that, I need to get on there and make sure you got the link, but I was really excited for that. And by the way, I was super guided to schedule you for specifically 1:44 p.m. I was guided to do that, and I don't do 1:44 nothing because most of the time, but the minute I ask, and most of the time when I set a time for something, it's guided by spirit. And when I heard 1:44, that's what we put. So I thought that was super interesting. All right, is this where we're going? This is where we're going. Depravity, the falsivities. Simity Sam. For the highest good of the collective. For the highest good. Give us a fucking reckoning. Give us the story that our souls need most. They just fall out in front of you. Sometimes the mask just falls. As I say that, we've got heart opening and false narrative, right? I was talking about people having their own spiritual awakening and their own gifts and their own exuberance and the way that they communicate. And you in the collective, this could be a specific message for you. I do feel like, in a way, you could be somebody who's highly sought after. You could be somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who's very uniquely talented, multifaceted in your own aspirations, unique ideas, your way of being, the way that you conduct yourself and share your energy and your unique skills with those in your vicinity, or even with yourself. People could be looking at you as a introvert, but at the same time, somebody who is wise enough. I want to put it on fire. Look how cute it is. I want to put it on fire. Some people might actually think that. They might actually think that. Like, I wish that motherfucker would just disappear. I wish that person would just go off the face of this earth and make it a little bit easier for the rest of us, right? Something about the magnetization. Every time there's an ION in there or it's an IOU, it just always comes out a little extra. Don't know exactly what I meant by that, but it came through. People could be seeing you at this time and space as somebody who's very forward driven in what you do and how you have learned to navigate through what's yours, what's not yours in an energetic sense, where your creativity comes from. And that could be very intimidating to a lot of people, especially people that are not solely walking on a path to self-awareness, self-realization. When you glow a certain way and you have an ability to communicate effectively with yourself and your ideas and your creative endeavors and your intuition, it is very intimidating for a lot of unawakened people or people that don't understand how you do what you do or how you have the tenacity that you just naturally carry, and it feels a lot like no fucks given in certain circles. And it's because, you know, a lot of people look at somebody who walks in their own light and in their own aspirations, and they don't know that you know, whether you're working with the Christ consciousness or enlightened energy, it could be very irritating and very daunting for some people, the fact that you know when to walk away at the most perfect time, that you know when enough is enough. And that's going to be a real eye-opener for a lot of people that have been in your energy or try to infringe upon your own free will or energetically fuck with your path. And it could just be projections within thoughts of others, or I feel like there is an amount of jealousy and envy in certain circles, or I heard a bunch of, like, in my mind's eye and in my hearing of things, I felt a lot of naysayers, you know, the ones that get together and are like, can you believe this motherfucker? And you're like, yeah, I can. In some space or time, the more that you evolve and continue down your path that you chose, that's chosen for you, and you start to listen to yourself and trust spirit and walk out in something for the first time in your life that exhilarates you or makes you feel complete and whole, and you realize that it really is just yourself listening to spirit, which you're connected to, the oneness and wholeness within that, right? This is something that a lot of people want for themselves, but not a lot of people want to truly, genuinely work to free themselves from their mind, from what others have, what they don't have. You know, it's when you get it, and this is why there are secret societies that protect very ancient wisdom and knowledge. On a mass scale that goes a little bit deeper than when I'm talking about Freemasons or Illuminati. I'm talking about, and I actually, I was with ancestors today of somebody else that was a gatekeeper for this wisdom and knowledge. It's the ones that hide it well from others. There's a reason why such power and such illumination is hidden, because even today in our daily society, as you're waking up, there are so many people that are affected by you doing what you want to do. There are so many people affected by your tenacity and strength to do the right thing. This makes people, and it's your own light, because it irritates the fucking shit out of the shadow in some people, to the point where you fucking just irritate some people. It's like just exactly who you are. The fact that you might not even look at these people. You might not give them the time of day. Like, look at this journey of somebody who has completely left behind at a starting place things that no longer serve them, energies, emotions, feelings. This could be attributes of your own self. What up, Kyle? And have watched you develop your own style or sense of wonder and intuition. They've watched you continuously evolve in your connection with spirit, how you get messages, no matter the shit that's thrown your way to deceive you, throw you off your path, make you feel less than. I mean, if they could pull out all of the stops, they probably have. And to include disrupting, a family dynamic, whether it is a marriage, a mother, daughter, a child, to get in between the family dynamics to create, the loss of heartfelt feelings. It's too fucking bad for those people. Truly, they're a player in their own right. This energy that I'm talking about, they have a way of bringing up old feelings, thoughts, memories, projecting them your way, or trying to make you feel less than for moving on or moving forward. And I'm hearing it's such a crock of shit, that it's such a crock of shit that regardless of what's been taken from you, whether this is a spiritual attack, whether this is in the physical realm and not everybody has black magic put on them. Not everybody has somebody wishing on their downfall, but a lot of you do. Welcome to being a chosen one, if we're going to go with that terminology. Welcome to, the best way to stifle somebody who is spiritually powerful and connected to their intuition, right, is to fuck with the heart space. You want to make them feel less than or stuck or financially insecure or have lack or doubt. And the thing is when you fuck with spiritual people, and I'm talking about ones that are truly connected to the highest good of themselves for the highest good of humanity, who are truly here to help set aside shit that just doesn't fucking matter. It's going to irritate things about people. People don't even know who you are, where you get your energy, where you get how you were left for fucking dead in the middle of nothing, and you have taken your ass up out of, the thicket of all of it. And it's not even about it. And you could be a person who's never even said one bad word back about a person or never repeated the lies that you heard about yourself. There's a poem that I really love, and I'm going to post it on here. It's called If. And it talks about you want to count with some men, but with no men at the same time. You don't look too good or talk too smart. Don't be too, because people fucking despise that. People really, truly, as sad as it is, and this is the one thing in humanity that I want to change just by being the person that I am, is I love the underdogs. When I see people who have been drugged through the mud, I'm not the person that's like, oh, who the fuck is that bitch or this motherfucker think he is. When I see somebody do that, I'm like, that motivates the fucking shit out of me. That motivates me to see somebody else who a year ago was trapped in addiction or alcoholism or lost their entire family or whatever the case may be, a loss of job, something that's just tumultuous that happens to somebody, and you see them, you might see their posts on Facebook, or you might see things that they put out, and you see from a year ago how depressed, shit, some of you might even have memories coming up from a year ago, and you're like, why did I fucking write that, and we all get that Debbie Downer, self-pity fucking aspect, or where you would used to talk about people, you no longer talk about people anymore. You stay in your lane, you realize what you put out there comes back to you, that we're all, it's a web of life, and what you weave in and out of it also comes back and affects you. When you're wise, you realize that you don't need to speak ill about other people. Well, the only thing that you can do is truly sit the fuck down and go within your own self. You can't envy somebody else's gifts. You can, but you will never have them. That is, to envy what somebody else has is the epitome, is, in my opinion, in my perspective as an intuitive reader, is the epitome of weakness. if you are hating on somebody else who walks with spirit, if you are hating on somebody else who is free and lovely and outgoing, intuitive, smart, intelligent, the fact that they're loving, the fact that they don't talk shit about other people, the fact that they don't play the game the same way that you do. They really just rise up, and that affects you and irritates you, and you play into that. You are so fucking unawakened. I don't care if you do magic. I don't care if you read cards. I don't care what. If somebody else is making you feel inferior or feel less than within your own being, there is a trigger sign for you to go within and see what that is. Envy and jealousy is, it's a fucking nasty poison. And you know what? When you project that out on other people, you're going to drink that same shit. You're going to drink that same shit, all those obstacles and fighting and illusions and bad mouthing and putting up blocks in front of other people. Well, if I take this person to court, I can stifle them here. If I hit them in their finances, then they'll feel unworthy. What you don't realize, collective, is that you've already fucking died. You've already had that, I wanted to say a metaphysical death. You've already died to your ego, to yourself. I'm not going to say a full ego death, right? You have a personality, but you've become awakened to what everything that's connected to you is everything. And what you put out there comes back. But you're just wise enough not to show people where your magic comes from, what you're connected to. People could watch and try to focus on your strong points and how to stifle you or cut your connection. You cannot cut the fucking divine connection from a divine being. You cannot. There's not enough illusions, there's not enough magic, there's not enough fucking poison to mask somebody in something that they're not. Strength is strength, motherfucker. Strength is in the soul, it's in the heart space, it's in the blood. You know, a lot of people are like, you shouldn't tell people about yourself, or you talk too much, or that's me. And that's always caused this in my life, for other people to come up against me. But you know what? My intuition tells me there's no way to catch a liar or who put their hand in the cookie jar than to express yourself and see how it comes back out, to see how or who. And it's not even important, because we got to remember, we're working for the divine. We just follow our gifts. We're talking about guided ones. We're talking about starseeds. We're talking about shamans. We're talking about gifted souls and intuitive beings here being made to feel left out and unbalanced. The secret sauce is nobody gives a fuck. Because only people who are in a lower vibration, who constantly worry about where somebody else is drawing their magnificence from, their power, or even trying to seek into somebody else's life or sacred space in that way, creates unbalance and chaos within their very own life. They will carry the wands that they have once wanted you to carry. A lot of these people are very materialistic. They're very rooted in this earth. They could try to act like an equal, but deep down inside, they know that they bring nothing but chaos, destruction, lies, deceit, underhandedness. They buddy up with other people that are just as weak as them. But together, when they run their mouths and they squawk, 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 they feel like, you know, a big dog. You know, they feel like they're your bark's louder than your bite. You know what I mean? Like one of those little yapping dogs that just fucking come for the pant leg. You know what I mean? You just kick them off, and there ain't nothing. They squawk together. For birds of a feather that flock together. These are people that feel so that now they're faced to go out the same lava path that you had to, right where they left you, with nothing but a fucking hot ass pool of lava to get across to the other side, whether it's to your kids, your new job, your finances, you know what? And a lot of us in the collective have spent so much time truly caring about the messages of others, because we do good work. We are loving, we are caring, we are kind, we are strong. But when we stopped carrying other people's burdens, their weights, their bullshit, hey, let me tell you about so-and-so. No, motherfucker, I don't want to hear about so-and-so. Because I know if I sit and talk shit behind somebody else's back with 3, 4 other people, or even get called to a meeting for some other purpose, and I find myself at the end, it's all over and you're all in the parking lot talking shit about a person who's not even there. Somebody's already moved on vibrationally, physically, mentally. There's no ties. The only tether that you're pulling on is the one that's tied to your own life. You know? Now they must go it alone. And they're like, I don't even know how the fuck this person moved through this. Everything that you weave for another person, you will walk back through that. I promise you. I promise you. True, healthy relationship with your emotions to become spiritually and physically aware of your actions, your thoughts, the way that you move, your emotional intelligence. As a very emotional, so to speak, should be person that my birth chart says that I am, that's my greatest gift, is being connected to the messages that I receive. See, what was supposed to break people's hearts in the collective, what was supposed to stifle them with, oh my God, whether you got a court case, you lost your family, you're going through hell and back, your car breaks down, it's the end of a working season for you, whatever it is that's supposed to stifle you in others' perspectives is the one thing that became your strength. And it was, no matter what or how far I must fall on my face through the hatred of others, the jealousy, the envy, the insults, the rumor spreading, the filth that comes from other people's own lack of self-love that's projected onto y'all, has become one of your greatest tools. Because you don't fuck with that. You don't delve into it. You don't manifest within wanting to see somebody else's downfall. I hope you don't. I hope you guys are wise enough to receive your own messages from spirit and go within. There is a need. Not all who wander are lost. They're not. When we get shoved into the back corner and we've been made to feel so abandoned, motherfucker, the only reason we felt abandoned is because we abandoned ourselves back there trying to love your ass, trying to love your broken shit, trying to help you heal, trying to help you find out how angel numbers work, or how you work with your spirit guides, or, help you, bring you some sage, or, make you nice candles. And we get caught up in trying to help you evolve, that you see the light within the collective and you want to fucking snuff that bitch out any way you possibly can. You probably spend months ahead of time for the collective to find a way that you could find a stuck point, by looking at patterns, by looking at close relationships, by looking at what matters to them. I could lose everything in this planet Earth and I would still be okay. The fucking thing that hurt the worst to lose, in my perspective, as a person and a soul in this collective that has evolved from shitbags and from fucking low vibrational, jealous, envious, over sexually stimulated, pornography watching, bag ass having motherfuckers, and I'm just gonna call it how it is. If you sit in a light where you sit and you need to have sexual stimulation and you don't care who or what it comes from, or you need to sit in a circle and talk crap about good people so it's some way you feel superior to yourself, that is the one thing that I could never be. That is the one thing that I would never fall to the depths of. I don't need to make people feel like crap to feel better about myself. Actually, for somebody who is an empath and somebody who's in this collective of loving, caring people who've gone through so much bullshit of other people's, the one thing I could never do, and I speak for the collective when I say this because this message will reach somebody, and you take it how the shoe fits. I'm sure you will. I could never sit and make people feel like shit, or break their heart, or intentionally hurt them, or do something I know that's going to hurt their children or their lifestyle, or if for some reason, so that I could sit in a place of, well, I'm good. That is the last thing anybody in my collective would want to be or do. Because the collective that we're working in the Christ consciousness, which it is a very high vibrational flow of energy. Nothing of that sort flows within that conscious evolution. That's why you guys do have the spiritual gifts. You guys receive the messages on point. You ask your spirit guides. You lean in and you ask, is this for my highest good? Other people are sitting there demising your downfall. Well, if we do this, we could fuck her up here. Or if we just make it seem like she gets a bunch of different messages and doesn't trust her intuition, him or her, right? You guys put it where the shoe fits. We can distract them and make them feel unworthiness. We can make them feel a disconnection from their self and from what they thought was their path. Trust me, it's happening. I have felt it in the collective. I have. I feel what comes at the collective energy on a huge level. It's not... See, that's what's so beautiful about being connected to the Christ consciousness and connected to a collective of genuine, actually fucking advanced, benevolent beings and souls, and you know that, is you have this. You have this over this. You tell me where the power's at. In the strength, in the death, the rebirth, and fucking having not even a backpack for your back, but you have good fucking morals. You might not have a blanket or a house or much, clothes in your closet or a bunch of food in your pantries because you're not out backstabbing other people. Actually, you're out there giving away what little you do have, wisdom, knowledge, material assets. You help the poor guy on the corner without judgment. You're just that person that moves through life and says, I know no matter what, I'm connected to the guy that has not a fucking thing on the corner of this street and it's cold as shit. But you've got 3 coats on, a partridge in a pear tree, and you're on your way to go, sit around with your shitty friends. And did you see that poor guy? I bet he's not even poor. Those people, those ones, that's what makes true warriors. And little did you know that was your spirit guide or an aspect of Christ himself in the conscious state, and that person freezing their dick off on the side of the road that you laughed at, that you judged and said you probably drive. If you give to somebody, you give from a heart space. You give because you want to, not because there's something in it for you or somehow this brings back good karma. You do it. Whether they do drive a fucking Mercedes-Benz and you don't have shit, it's still seen. You can pull the wool over some people's eyes and make them feel so abandoned and betrayed for only a while until they have enough. And they're like, you know what, actually, I don't even want the key outside of your fucking door. I don't want to come back to your house. I don't ever want to work for you. I don't ever want to even look at you. After this last seance of whatever we have to go through together, whether it's a court case or whether it's, your last 2 weeks, whatever it looks like for you, I'm going to actually take the hot lava path and I'm going to find myself through the pain and the burn of it all, because that way I always remember who fucking rode their boat across there. And I'm going to look around and I'm going to realize I didn't even have any fucking oars. I had to use a stick of pain that I carried with me to light my way, and I'm going to fucking dredge across that bitch by myself. I don't need shit. What I needed the entire time was the one thing that was the greatest illusion. What you're connected to overall. Spirit. The Holy Spirit. The Trinity. The Grand Trine. What you're made of, the energy, your cosmos, the stars that you come from, the trees that you are entwined with, entangled with, where you're just, the one thing people always try to fucking kill, steal, and destroy within a collective is the heart and the soul, to make people feel like they don't belong until you send them out into the fucking wilderness, and then they realize that they didn't need anybody all along. That they're the lone wolf, and then they learn. You see, when you treat people like crap and they're a good person, it makes them that leader and guide that you hate that they are. When you fuck with the collective, you try to take this nice little lamb, little Bo Peep, this loving, caring, compassionate person, right? Well, can we just bring it inside? We don't want it to be cold, right? And you literally sacrifice the collective for who knows? It could be money, it could be your ego trip, it could be hatred, it could be envy, it could be jealousy. However the collective is treated, they didn't realize that you would come back. You don't even have a fucking pack. You just turned into a lion out there at some point. And you brought the little lamb back too. You're like the prime example of you can be a lion and don't have to eat the lamb. You know what I mean? The only time you really need to hunt or you need it is when your body needs it, when it's a difference between sacrificing your own life, you know, taking from that in that way. If I had to protect myself and my children, I probably would definitely defend myself, and if I had to take a life, as fucked up as it may sound, I would do that. Because that's the animalistic nature that's within all of us. But if we're going to talk about the collective going out just to hurt people and watch them walk away from things, that just know that when you treat the collective like shit, God's using you as a stepping stone for the collective. God uses fucked up people to really set people where they belong, to connect back with themselves. So what's meant for tumultuous heartbreak, heartache, loneliness, that's supposed to make you feel abandoned and left out and fucking scared and cold and without, disconnected, is the one thing that fucking connected you back to everything. You don't think the divine doesn't have a purpose for his chosen? Do you not think that the divine didn't see, you know, the snakes in the grass? I mean, he does set at a, what do you call that? A bird's eye view. You know, and snakes are, I mean, hawks eat those motherfuckers day in and day out. A snake slithers in the grass, you know, to get above a hawk or an eagle. You know, you got to have that perspective. And see, when there's certain people that are so used to dwelling in around other lower vibrational people and other people that just literally come back and do the same thing back to them. They're used to playing those roles within each other's life, and somebody unique comes along. When you come along into somebody's life and you build good boundaries, and it could be years that they watch you go through shenanigans of hurt, loss, pain, betrayal, and they see over years, over time, through situations, through scenarios, through conversations, through, it comes to the fact that they realize that you are working with something much greater than yourself, that is also yourself. See, they haven't made that connection yet. So why is the collective always moving forward? Because what we call on is the light. We call on the army of light. That's what we serve. We serve for humanity. We don't want people being trapped here on this earth. We came to set the captives free. Confirmation. So that every man within his own right could feel his own freedom, so that they could choose the teacher that they would want to have. I posted something that Chief Joseph said, and he goes, let me choose who I want to worship, my father, this nation. Let me choose my teachers. Let me be who I am in the way I want to be it. And I promise you I would never break any laws, any forbidden laws. Because when you allow people to be who they are, and you have an energy like this, somebody that treats the land good, somebody that treats others good, somebody who sees the greatness in all, doesn't want to take anything from his own self or for his own self and leave somebody without. This is what I see. Think about it in this way. If you've seen a 3-year-old eating a cheeseburger, and this is the energy that I'm talking about, and you would take that 3-year-old's cheeseburger and eat it in front of them knowing that they're not going to eat for the next week, and you're like, that was good, and you have no fucking care in your heart. That's the type of people that I'm talking about that try to disrupt collective energy or collective minds. Try to get them to feel unbalanced. See, that's all that they have left at this time, those energies, is to create imbalance. The energies are getting a lot stronger, a lot more profound. I like that. Says we never leave, it's always now. I like the way they put that. And that is such that time is only linear in this world, in this space and time. And as a starseed and somebody who's incarnated on many different star systems, and colonies and planets within this galaxy and outside of it, the gifts that I've been able to wake up to and the remembrances in my Akash, it's like the more that I've been shoved in a corner to To feel abandoned and betrayed is the one thing that gives me my fuel to my fire, to keep going, to talk to others about, you know, really nobody else's perspective of you matters but the perspective in which you hold of your own self and those that you serve, because we are all a service. Somebody says you are a MILF. Thank you. Make those people work at Goodwill places, dishing out food. And you know what sucks is a lot of the people that, when you are in service to humanity, when you are in service to others, and I'm not talking about just giving people your time and energy, because trust me, as a general contractor, I worked for this gal and I went above and beyond for her. She had a, and when it goes through an insurance claim, you get put back in your property what was damaged or destroyed at that same level of finish. So if your shit's fucked up, say you have a tree fall on your house and you had an existing pile of shit, fucking 2.5, 3 foot fence that's falling apart and held together with wire, and a general contractor like myself comes in and gives you a 6-foot fence out of all pine. Not only that, but it's finished and lacquered and you get a custom gate and hardware. There's this difference. I have gone above and beyond for some people, and out of just trying to take my time or my energy, or because I like making people happy. I like creating a nice home space for people, to me. But when you start to realize that people have that they have ulterior motives, whether they keep you around and try to siphon, or you know what I mean. I've had to learn boundaries as a general contractor, and specifically in this situation. One, don't ever work for your neighbor, and nor would I ever want to be a neighbor with this person again. She is an absolutely fucking downright, just a life-sucking type of energy that can't put back into things or be appreciative or happy for what they have. There's always going to be people out there that try to take and take and take, and those are the energies that most of the light workers and collective end up by. And what they think they're taking is the one thing that they're breeding and breathing back into your life. If you are a specific type of soul that is very very tenacious and very outgoing and strategic, because a lot of the collective that I'm talking to has lived a school of hard knocks, no matter if it looked like drugs, alcohol, abandonment, terrible home life, mental, physical abuse, sexual abuse. You get fucking strong. You get strong from people that do that to you, because you get to a point where now you want to reclaim. See, a true soldier, a true benevolent person looks at failures as an opportunity for a greater comeback. See, it's not what's happening, but yet it's the way that you respond to it. And my response, the collective's response, is our greatest tool that we have. We have an ability to respond with poise, dignity, honesty, courage, good moral compass, commitment to your values, and you don't budge for anybody. Not anybody who tells you, that's the old pastime when people say, oh, well, you're not this, or you think you're so much better. See, when people go to talk to you about that, oh, if you're so much better and so holier than thou, right? Because you speak, because you do talk about integrity, because you do walk a path that shows this is this. And they want to pull, if you're so great, and they're going to try to pull up every fucking thing they possibly can. That's already, the first words out of their mouth, they're propaganda. You think you're so great. Okay, hold on. Let's think about what's coming out of your mouth. You're declaring that I think that I'm great. Sounds like propaganda to me. No, you fucking think I'm better than you, and that for some reason makes you fucking feel less than. So let's get back to the quick of it. It's a fucking you issue. You don't like you. So you need to pick out something on the collective. You need to pick out something that makes you feel better, or bring up a weakness of the past or a wound of the past. Well, bitch, you did drugs. Yeah, fuck yeah, I did drugs. Lots of times. And I'm still a fucking great person. Me doing drugs has nothing with me to do with me making people feel like shit or putting them down. See, I've abused myself more in my life than anybody will ever abuse me. I have left myself out in the cold more than anybody could leave me out in the cold by not standing up for myself. I should have knew better boundaries. I should have known how that to be with somebody else or have somebody else in your life is a bonus and looked at that. Not that it's needed. Because if you have to sit in the silence of your own fucking shit, a lot of people feel like this. A lot of people do. They need the phone, they need the music, they need the confirmations from others, they need the, can you believe this motherfucker, da, 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 da. They need to be a part of societies, they need to be a part of something that makes them feel needed or wanted. And some people naturally have that through the bullshit they went through. Because we have sat in circles smoking drugs, or feeling less than, or at the bar stool, or, you know, hiding weed from our families, or whatever. Everybody has their own fucking shit. A spade's a spade, in my opinion. The biggest regret that you could hang on to as somebody who's evolving is any regret at all. You start looking at everything that you went through as a fucking blessing, is really what it comes down to. If I didn't go through your bitch ass wanting a fucking 6-foot fence when you had a 3-foot fence, I'm the one that fucking built it. Now, I could be the person that says, I can go fucking tear that bitch down, you'll have no motherfucking fence. That's the old me, right? I'm like, enjoy your fence. Because it's the last fucking good thing you're getting from a person like me, and I guarantee you that you better make that bitch last. Because after, you know, certain scenarios come back around, nobody's gonna, people just see who you are in the end. People realize that you're a fake person. People realize that, you know, you can only fake the funk. Your energy says everything about you. Your snarled up face, you're super fucking mad, the way you talk, your tone, your delivery, your body language. People see you're angry. Why are you angry? Why are you angry that you're not evolving in the collective consciousness? Because you made a choice not to. See, when you're focusing on other people's downfalls constantly, what you don't realize is that you have focused on creating a downfall for the collective and for other people that are actually why you're doing this behind their back and secrets and making them conjuring spirits and, you know, doing your death magic and burying bones and doing all the sick fucking shit that some of these people do to the collective. What they didn't realize is you were over here getting stronger. You're over here working with your divine guides. You were over here seeking. Okay, I know I don't got shit, so Spirit, show me what we got. It's fucking tenacity. It's courage. It's something honorable about going through some hard shit. And when you come out and you don't look like this, well, I'm going to get that motherfucker back, or I'm going to spread rumors, or I'm going to use my Facebook as a platform to fucking degrade and deteriorate businesses or people that do good for themselves because I just don't like them. Because in any way I can pull my weight around this fucking town that you've been in for God knows how long, I'm going to pull every string that I can to deteriorate and to demoralize a good being. Well, guess what? That was all seen. And not by the ones that went through it, because we're not worried about who the fuck was doing it. We're worried about how the fuck do I get the strength to look within to realize that this is something I was made for. This is something that is a part of my divine path, and this is something that will grow me 1,000,000 times more than if I had nobody trying to take me down or fight for my position or make up lies. There's nothing that I despise more from a person that preaches or professes. You can wear all the spiritual bracelets and necklaces and crystals and whatever. You can pull your cards every morning and you could still be so disconnected from the true divine creator. You're literally talking to deities and dark spirits because you no longer can pull on the Christ consciousness because you don't dwell in it. This is not somebody who dwells in the Christ consciousness. This is somebody who betrays people. This is somebody who is set. You what you conjured is what's working with you. You think you're getting the answers through your cards, but you're not for some of you. And I know that there's haters that watch. And there's a reason that this message is coming out. You can't break the stride or the spirit of true divine beings. The only thing that you can put in the path of somebody who is divine is more opportunity to grow and respond in a more brilliant and authentic way that creates a deeper connection to who and what they truly are, which is being angelically guided at this point. See, you don't even know who the collective is anymore. It's kind of scary. And you know what's funny, collective, is that a lot of this that's happened to you, the betrayal, the backstabbing, it's like a good 3 or 4 people. Whether you move, it's always 3 or 4. The same people or the same type of person in a different body. It's a spiritual warfare. You're fighting against deities and demonic entities. We don't fight in the flesh. We fight in the spirit. And when your spirit is strong and you're courageous, and your response is not to demoralize or to break down an entire person's being, but to reflect to them what they've been. And some people, you can reflect back and be a mirror to others, and they're still not going to get it. It'll be a tit for tat. People will never accept. People who don't want to change are not going to change. You guys need to realize that to have healthy boundaries means you've got to let some people go from your energy. You have to stay focused on your path and where you're taking yourself, and not just you taking yourself, where you're allowing yourself to be led by the higher realms, the Christ consciousness, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, all of it put together. You know, Mother Earth. There is so many dynamics that are working in the upright for those at this point that are seeking true wisdom and knowledge. It all starts with self-awareness. It starts with emotional intelligence. It starts with tenacity and the ability to recognize, I'm not saying the collective is perfect, because you know, we got a lot of issues of our own. But the fact that we look at them for exactly what they are, and we can read through the lines and see that where our hand has played a role in our own path and how we have allowed ourselves by having shitty boundaries, being codependent and wanting love when we already, the love we truly desire is already within ourselves, right? There's so many aspects and roles and roads and opportunities and missed opportunities that we experience in life. And I love all of those, but the ones that really make me look at the collective and where it's going and the trueness is the fact that you can be authentically yourself. You can own your own shit, not blaming anybody else for why you're where you're at, but you own your shit. Whether it is somebody else's fault or not, it's okay, because now I get an opportunity, the ball's in my court, to respond in such a way that it makes a change. Because when you change something, or you fight a demon, or you're in a spiritual battle, you're helping the collective. You're moving things forward. Your personality is uniquely your own. And some of you have some very strong personalities, and you have sat on your laurels, and you have not spoke up, and you have just been on the sidelines, allowing things to fucking continuously come your way. And I'm going to ask you, why? Where did your fight go? Where's your, it's not a fight, but it's a, if you think it might be time when it start feeling things shifting and things like, you have very strong intuition and then things stop. Hi, Alyssa. I seen the big pink hands. I don't have my glasses on. Sorry, guys. If we're not standing for something, okay? If we don't have the fucking courage and the tenacity and the strength to stand for anything, you fuck with kids, you fuck with me. When you intentionally hurt elderly people, or you take from them, or steal, or hit their fucking cars, or you're just a shitty person, I stand up for those people. That's one thing I will not stand for. Do not fuck with children. You do not fuck with kids. You want to fuck with a grown-ass person your size, and you want to battle the wits and do shit. You have to get so low to fuck with people's children. That's what I stand for. Do not come for my children. Do not come for my friends' children. Do not touch a fucking hair on a child's head. To me, that's pure fucking evil. When you got to get to a point where you got to fuck with people's kids to feel better about yourself. Ooh, woo. Lord have mercy for your soul, because you're going to fucking be tormented. You do not fuck with divine children, period. So what I stand for above all else and all the things that I've been through is to be a voice for those that don't have a voice. And that includes children and elderly. The ones that have the wisdom and the ones that still have the pure spirit that are connected to the divine realms, right? Let's stifle that and fucking bust a lineage here. To me, I see through that shit when it comes to collective. Grandparents are so important. The wisdom and knowledge that comes from the passing down of lineages, the stories, the photo albums, the people put their fucking grandparents in an old folks' home. It's too much. They got cancer. I can't deal with it. I can't. And some really cannot handle it. Some really can, and I get that. But there are some that just don't give a fuck about their family. You don't care about your grandparents, you know what I mean? Or it could just be your parent that, there's just some people that really don't take care of what the fuck they came here to take care of. And it's obvious. If you have your children living with you and they're in their 40s and 50s and the motherfucker can't cut the grass, do the dishes, help out in some way, even if they don't have money for bills, but they're not contributing to creating a greater whole in some way, or, even taking care of, would you like something to eat? Can I bring you some coffee? It's about being a fucking good person. If you're going to allow at that point, somebody, and you're leaving your shit to them at some point. We leave here with nothing. And you have thieves in your camp, or you have a manipulative mother or father that fucking in some way, and that it's distracting your entire, your likelihood. I know people that have such a tumultuous family life. It's like the mom against the son, and then the grandkids put in the middle, right? It's fucking terrible. I have watched the hatred that is, it's that deity, it's that entity that it stays entrapped within a family lineage, within the Akash. And this motherfucker, this spirit comes back within the same lineage over and over again to stifle and to kill and steal and destroy, and I see that. And as somebody who goes into homes and works on homes, I see that. I can see a deity on somebody a mile away. I can look in their eyes the fucking second I look at their eyes. I can see it on them. I can see the spirit of hate. I can see the spirit of envy and jealousy and anger. Oh my gosh. And how would we know this in the collective unless we haven't walked that same path? That's where true leadership comes in. I recognize that in you because I once also recognized that in myself. Because we didn't just get to a point where we're benevolent and we can move past shit and we can see and find strength and use our intuition and call on angels. And we had to learn what angels were. We had to learn what angel numbers were. We had to learn what is a medium, what is somebody that talks to the other side, how to actually depict and decipher and discern a tarot card reading or an oracle reading and what it's meant for me. Is it literal? For all of you? Probably not. There's probably going to be at least 4,000 views on this video. Not the message that comes to one person is the same for everybody. See, you all have your own gifts. You have this ability to discern and to find ways. We have fallen so asleep on our fucking roles to be warriors and to be protectors. We're protectors of the light. We are the watchers. But you can only do that when you hold yourself accountable, when you're honest. The minute you stop trying to betray other people to get what you want is the moment you're going to start actually building character. You can come for divine ones all day long, and a lot of you have came for it most of your lives, and over and then some more. It's fact. There's a reason you're still walking. There's a reason some of you are talking. There's a reason that some of you are the voice of reason in your town, wherever you're at. You know what? I show you guys, and that's an ace, and that's the truth. I show you guys where I live at and kind of how my life is. I live in the middle of nowhere. I've left everything I've ever known. I'm a very social type of person, but and through my awakening, I've become very secluded, and it's so hard to work on things that if you don't have other people trying to fuck with your shit and lessons, and you can't see the world for what it is, and you're not in there, how the fuck are you going to protect it? How can you speak about something when you just stay in your house and you're a hermit all the time and you don't interact with other people? There's a time for spiritual awakening, and there's also a time to get out there and to speak. There's a time to get out there and to love on others. There's a time to it's fucking Christmas. You know how many old ladies are trying to go get a few? And I've watched people don't even open the fucking doors for an elderly person. It makes me cringe when I see elderly people getting treated like shit. It instantly pisses me off. Whether you're religious, spiritual, you respect your fucking elders. Period. Because your ass wouldn't be here without them. It makes me sick. That's the wisdom and knowledge. That's how we treat our ancestors. They're on their way out. Fuck them. When that person probably holds the wisdom and knowledge that you truly need, that you're seeking for right here, but they're old, what would they know? You have no idea how the divine can talk through somebody. Yeah, it might have Alzheimer's and they might not make a lot of sense, but to somebody, that motherfucker's going to change their entire world. Would you give them a chance? Would you give them a chance? I bet you would, because you've never been given chances in your life, not the ones that you see others getting, and that's okay. Because that's what makes you an entrepreneur. That's what makes you creative. That's what makes you could literally go to the ocean just for saltwater taffy, and you could end up talking to like 5 people over a cup of fucking clam chowder soup, and the cashier, and the guy outside sweeping the parking lot, and the couple down at the beach. And it's like you have the most amazing and intellectual, and maybe that was their whole role in your life, was just to give you one message. Hey, you know, if you do this with that, this will happen. And you try it and you're like, oh my gosh, a lady 10 years ago, and now you're sharing this story. Don't underestimate your role in life, where you live. You can still be creative. You can still share and realize I live in a place that's very isolated, and it can feel very alone. For people that like to go to the club, go to the mall, go do all that shit, this is not the fucking place for you. If you want a nightlife and walk down the strip, this is not the motherfucking place for you. Bitch, you don't wear high heels out here. You're not gonna make it. But for me, going into a place like that, I feel it's so busy, it's too much. You know what I mean? I wasn't meant to be in that place. I was meant to be where I'm at. And I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is, no matter where you're at in society, in social norms, and be you. Be you. Be the mouth. You're mouthy motherfucker. You're witty. You're smart ass. Be you. If you can take apart a fucking whole rotor and drum brakes and a fucking rear axle, and you know how to put it back together just by the way you take it off and the way you set it off to the side, be that. If you're fucking creative, be creative. If you like to paint, there's so many kids right now that are not being worked with. You guys know that. There's so many kids on this planet that are neglected, that gets a phone shoved in their face, that, you know what I mean? Parents are just trying to find a way to make ends meet. You know, even if you have this person in your class, or you're a teacher, or you're a fucking care provider, or you're a cashier, and you see kids come through, make something about yourself that kids are like, that guy's so cool. Whether it's a high five thing or whatever it is, kids are going to remember you. I guess the message is that our future, our generation, our future generations, what you're going to incarnate back into if you come back, is going to be the ones that are in your life right now. The same lineage, the same energies. How you help yourself heal, and then the ones directly within your vicinity. If you have an opportunity where you meet or conversate with a certain type of people, and you see an anomaly or something that's broken in it, or a certain dynamic, and you want to fix it, whether it's you're a fucking amazing cook and you're able to help people with nutrition, or you have a restaurant, or you know what I mean? You could own a taco truck and be the guy that comes out of the outside of the bar on Fridays, you know, in the middle of bumfucked Egypt, and give people some tacos. I bet there's going to be a whole ass taco line. You helping people not drive drunk home. They get to sober up. They get to eat with some friends that normally wouldn't if there's not food at the bar. I'm just saying. If you're an entrepreneur, put your stuff out there. You guys are so creative. I have seen KK on here. She's making me hooded sweatshirts for my company, Angel Dynasty Master Builder, LLC. That's my general contracting company. I'm so blessed for that. Not only is she stepping into her creative endeavors, but she gets to use her gifts and talents, and I get to wear this sweater. I get to be, do you know how cool that is? And this is somebody who's been with me since the beginning of my channel back in, I don't know if it was March or May. I can't remember when I started it to be. 7 months ago, something like that. Just getting to know people. There's so many people that aren't this. But when you care about getting back at people, when you care about fucking the way you're perceived or the way you're looked at, you don't gotta be pretty to go anywhere. You could be in a hooded sweatshirt and some sweatpants and a messy bun, or your fucking beard not shaved, or whatever it is that keeps you from interacting, or maybe I'm not in the vibe I need to be in. That's when God's gonna use you, when you're not in the vibe. When you don't feel up. That is when all of the rest of the outside shit falls away and the Christ comes through and you get to deliver the message that you need to deliver. You guys have magnificent talents and abilities. I'm talking to a collective of people that they write fucking the most amazing poetry, the deepest, most felt stuff from their own pain. People that can scry into water because they've stared off for so long in their own heartache in a fucking bathtub or wherever, looking through a window, and you start seeing other things form. You guys have gifts, amazing gifts. And you know what? A lot of you right now, I know you are financially struggling in aspects, and part of it is just the release of, you know, the old shit completely walking away from it. It's like to the point where if a thought comes in, you just disregard it and replace it with something better, something creative, something that's worth a shit. If you have to write that motherfucker down every day, every time you think about somebody that's done you wrong, somebody that you're not sure if you walked away from, if you're not with somebody right now, I'm just going to put this out there. If you are not with somebody right now, it is for a fucking reason. It's for a reason. It wasn't a fluke. It didn't just happen. It wasn't an accident. It's for a reason. Whether somebody meant it with malintent or to fucking stifle you or this person or to whatever the dynamics are. Keep going. If a person wants to be with you or the person really loves you and really seen what you were, they would be there. You would have the call, you would have the message, you would have a 10-page letter sitting on your deck. Even if they can't talk, they would find a way to send you a message. That, or they would go within and work on themselves and find out who they are. You can't always be the only one doing all the work. You can't. You can't always lead people. You can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. You're not God. You came down here with your own bag of fucking shit you had to go through. Why does the collective always want to take on the attributes of others, and you're already halfway awakened, been through the dark night of soul? And I'm not talking, the dark night of soul is a fucking rough spot to be in. I really, you're just getting to learn yourself and like spirituality and what fucking shit means. I'm talking about those that have had a few awakenings, those that know. Like some of you are fucking mad. You chemists, geothermal heat, psychics, mediums who could give people healing. You could be, what do you call those? A rapid transformational therapist, energy healers. You have a way to work with the divine and you sit at your fucking house and you don't share it. Why would you get a gift that you don't share? For what? Maybe if you're not using it yet, or you've thought about using it, make sure you have good boundaries. Maybe Spirit's still working with you. But if you are a seasoned, awakened person and have been for fucking 10 plus years, or whatever the dynamics look like, and you have honed your craft, you need to do something with it. There's a reason you have the gift. Whatever it looks like for you, there's a reason Spirit gave you this gift. The gift is you could just be a really good listener. People could just want to open up when they come by you. They want to talk about things. And as long as you have good boundaries and you don't take on other people's problems and their issues and you're just a listener and then maybe give advice, maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's all it is. Be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Stop listening to your ego-based story that is laced with falsehoods and old conditioning. For every negative thing you say, counteract that by saying 3 positive words. Say the truth of who you are and which is wise, magnificent, and radiant. Hello, McFly. The part of me just really wants to shake the collective at times. And it's nice to get messages that sometimes in the collective, I need help too, as a reader, as a psychic, as an intuitive, as a star being, as, you know what I mean? When you always, you put messages out and you pull a lot of energy. I can feel when people in the collective step up. I feel it. I can feel when the collective is getting fucked with energetically because it reflects within my own energy. I see it. If you don't, at least pray. At least fucking pray. At least know your worth. At least reaffirm your sovereignty in your fucking spirituality. That you are an inspiration. And even if you're saying it to yourself to the point where you're creating this electromagnetic field and this bond and this tie that's electric, it's being sent out to where you're an inspiration for yourself and that of others. It's all energy. You have to move your body. You have to get up and do something with it. You have to be creative and start moving forward in some way. Comfortability will stifle any ability of further potential that you have if you're not going to get off your ass and use it. You're not. That's like as a business owner. I want somebody that shows up and works hard. I want somebody that I don't have to say, okay, and if you've worked for me a couple summers in a row, basically whether we're roofing, how my trailer's set up, how we take lunch, safety is important to me on a job. That you're going to be tied off on the roof, especially if you're on a 12-12, you know what I mean? Scaffolding. You want people who are intuitive enough to say, hey, yeah, boss, I got it. You don't even have to say it. You could just say it and they know, yeah, decking needs to be finished up, get that secured, and start the fucking layout for the next portion of the project. That's what a guy needs. So that you can continue to go on. We don't just say stagnant all the time. That person to me, I'm going to give a promotion to at some point or another for working hard, moving on, and they're learning more skills. Hey, boss, I've never really done the layout, black diamond for the, I've never pulled black diamond before. Can you show me how to do it? And people that are eager and want to learn, those are the people that you want in your company. Those are the people that move up. Those are the people that make a difference. There is a need for the collective to get, whether it's just with yourself or it's the pep talks you have with yourself, whether it's you guys know you are loved. I hope you do. You guys know you are multifaceted in gifts. Your intuition, your love, your fucking hugs. You ever just reach out and hug somebody and know the difference you make in their life? When you tell somebody, God bless you, I hope you have a beautiful day. See, God gave you a voice to speak so that you could share, whether it's the tone, the energy in which you say it, so you can share the love of Christ with other people. You don't have to be amazing, wonderful, but a lot of you are. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is a time and place for grace and harmony and for things to be peaceful, and there is a time for battle, and there is a time to speak, and there's a time to be quiet. If you guys are not listening to the call that you're being called to, how do you expect yourself, to continue on the path you are if you're not going to have courage? Because I'm going to tell you right now, whether this is the end times or whatever, however you want to look at it, if shit hit the fan today, tomorrow, tonight, are you going to be somebody that gets up and runs forward and battles? Are you going to be somebody that's a voice? Or are you going to let a kid get bitch slapped in the fucking middle of the street by a drunk dad leaving the bar? Are you going to be the one that gets up and stands up for the kid and says something even though it's a big motherfucker? Fuck yeah. All I know is I gotta smash your big toe and your head's gonna come down. I'm gonna crack you in the chin with your fucking knee. Whatever. I got a handful of rocks and sand. I'll fucking blind you. Whatever. If shit needs to be done and you feel a call to it, that is the abundance for the future. That is the gift. That is the calling. Are you going to continue to give people or somebody in your business or more gifts and more awakening if you're not doing anything with it, if you're not honing it? It's always going to be yours. But when you claim something, you work with it. You mold it. You see what your strengths and what they are not. Because if not, people do see who you are. People do know. And if you're not connecting to your energy, if you're not being spiritually clean, whether it's who you sleep with, your home, the foods that you eat, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you think, what you listen to, if you can't be spiritually aware, self-aware, your emotions, how you're feeling, hey, today I just need some rest. And some of you just really do need a couple days of rest just to relax and to really chill out. I don't know why, if somebody has anxiety or like I felt like a stroke type feeling in my rib, or somebody cracked a sternum, I fucking felt that in my side right now. Some of you do need to rest, and you know, you're like, I got too much to do. You know, I also am being told to tell some of you that, you know, no man is an island. Sometimes we do need other people, and we need to pray and call in helpers. And God will divinely guide you or put people in your path that are supposed to be put in your path. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. Why do I always do that with this deck? I always mix these fucking two decks up for some reason. And I guess you could say they kind of look alike. I love you guys. You know, and I feel the collective energy, and, you know, who was I talking to? Who was that? Was it the Pluto Princess? She goes, you know, I felt you disconnect. And I'm sure a lot of you can. Sometimes I'm very in your face, and I'm very, I can be very connected to spirit. I can be very, but when you guys got to think, I read for a lot of you, not just as a collective, but I pull individual energy. I allow people to ask questions and have cards, and that is you guys have your own monitoring spirits. You guys have, some of you have your own darker deities and energies that are connected to you, whether it's through a past life, whether it's passed on loved ones, that sit in this room energetically all around me. It can be very tiresome and very draining in some aspects. And I know that I do that because I'm called to do it, but I'm also getting a lesson out of it. There's some people in the collective and some people that watch this channel specifically that are straight fucking siphons. They're energetic siphons. That they don't have an energy of their own. You know what I mean? They vicariously live through others. And energetically, I feel that. Not only that, but the spiritual attacks and the spiritual warfare that I am in the middle of for the collective and in my own right, in my own way. Bitch be battling. So if I do feel disconnected, I'm going to tell you guys, hey, I'm not feeling connected to the energy right now. I don't want to channel. I don't want to do... I don't feel like channeling messages at this point. And, you know, it doesn't mean the way that you guys and we roll is not always going to look the same, you know, and it's okay if it changes. I don't want to be just a tarot oracle reader for the rest of my platform. I don't plan on just being that. You know what I mean? I allow my spirit guides to have me, you know, watch my show from the past to now. Look how much it's changed. Even when I started incorporating doing reads, that's a lot of reading. That's like literally through, I never thought really spiritually that I was gifted enough at some point I felt I needed the person to sit in front of me to read their cards. I come to find out I don't. And not only do I just do it with one person, but I can do it with about 15 to 12 people, energy back to back to back, with the collective watching. I have some very connected gifts, but I also have people at the same time that try to intercept and it's just the way it is. Where there's light, there's dark. There's always going to be jealousy, and there's always going to be people that want to commandeer what you have. So if you feel me pull back in a way, I love you guys. Just go with the flow. Wherever this channel is going, go with it. If it's not for you anymore, you don't got to be a part of it. You know, if it is for you and you like the way that we bullshit or how messages look in some way or another. I hate that word. You guys know that? Did I see Nigger? That's one of the words. I hate that word more than anything. I really do. Old MacDonald had a fucking farm, huh? Boy, my mods are working their ass off tonight. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Stone. Hey, Stone, what's up? He says, and that is why it is important to own your own business so that you don't get trapped surrounded by vampires. Facts. I don't think I could ever work for anybody again. Hi, Apple. Ride or die till the wheels fall off. I'm excited for our read. Just so you know, darling. Inbred hillbilly. Them are my favorite. I like them inbred hillbillies. Hi, Mac. Hi, Eric777. Yeah, that guy has been on a lot of lives. Oh, whoever was saying that word. Yeah. I know, I can't wait either, Apple. It's going to be a beautiful read. Hi, Tyler. First time. Wendy, I bear witness on your divine, energetic essence connection. See you on Judgment Day of spiritual accountability's charge. Ooh, shit. Have you been telling everybody you got a personal read? I did one today. It was super, every read I do is so different. Some of them I've posted if they allow them to go, if they want other people to experience them or see them. Those ones, Taylor's is still like one of my favorite. I don't know why, but I love Taylor's read. You're pretty. Thank you, Tyler. I'm alright. Not bad for a single mom of 5 kids. This has been by far one of my favorite lives. Thanks for bringing it. Really, Missy? Thank you. I just kind of let her rip. You know what? I've been feeling like kind of stifled in a way, and a part of me is like, today I had this come to Jesus moment with myself, and I'm like, why do I do what I do? I love you guys, and when I don't say that because I love you guys. No, I really fucking love you guys. I really feel like a place of belonging in the collective, and feeling you guys. Look how you talk to each other. You know what I mean? It's a whole ass family in here. The way that you guys lift each other up, all it did was take me to create a space so that we could have an entire. It just took a whim and a chance, and yeah, I get nervous sometimes when I get up here and have to speak, but today I was just like, what motivates you? I had a come to Jesus moment with myself. That I love people. That I want people to know that no matter how shitty shit gets, that your response and how you move through it's what matters. What do I appreciate about myself is really how I look at it. I love that I am strong and courageous. I love that I've been through a lot of shit. Did it feel good when I was going through it? Fuck no. Hell no, that shit didn't feel good, but I recognize it for what it is, and the more and more in the midst of it, I have this ability to start recognizing, okay, there's a lesson coming, or okay, this is an opportunity to put another tool in my toolbox, right? There's so many spiritual misfits that I love. I love it, and it's not always just about spirituality, but to me, when I talk about spirituality, I talk about somebody who has a connection to their self, somebody who is fucking not shallow, somebody who has a fucking pulse. If I have to talk to a fence post and I can get more out of it than a person, I can't work with people like that. I can't. I fucking would rather exist on an island alone, because I fucking really don't like just, when I say ignorant people, I mean people that don't attach themselves to a heart space or love, or nothing excites them, like they're just like a fucking, why are you here? Why are you on this planet? Because I don't see where you're doing shit for anybody. But you know what I mean? And you're hateful. people like that's why I have this job and why I do this, because there's those people. See, you guys got to speak up, and whether you're just in it, this is a voice for somebody, because somebody's going to listen to this and somebody's going to say, fuck yeah, I've actually been feeling the exact same way. And even if you don't have the words to say it, when they come out of my mouth, it's like, woo! You know what I mean? You have this ability to vicariously pick up on that energy, to mingle with it, and to let it motivate you or inspire you. It is a piece of you. We're all connected when you really look at it. You know what I mean? All right. Hi, Esther. First time says exactly, speaking up. Hi, Pluto Princess. What up, fam? What up, fam? Have you decided when you will be able to do my reading? It's so funny. Shauna, I have 2 Shaunas in my, what is today? Tuesday? It's Monday. Right? Yeah, it's Monday. Shauna, if you can do... I don't remember. Do you have kids? Are you the one with the babysitter? No, yeah, you have kids. But if you can do Wednesday at my time, because this is where we always fuck this up at. If we can do Wednesday at 5 o'clock my time, I can schedule you a live reading. If we can't make it for a live, I'm just going to record your video for you so I can get it sent out, because I've been having so much issues with YouTube as a platform. 4774, as I say, that's 1111. So I know you have kids, babe, I remember. That's it. So can you do Wednesday? I am the one with the... You can pre-record it. Okay, you can pre-record it. Then I can do that for you. That makes it so much easier to me, because trying to coordinate with people who do it live, it seems like it takes a little bit longer to get the reads out. If I just record them and get in my studio and put reads out and sit in spirit for a few hours, it does make it go easier. But that some people need that live. Some people need that interaction. So if you're cool with that, then I can do that. Mike says, yo, baby. Thank you so much. You're welcome, babe. Hey, and you're not in jail, so congratulations on that, right? I know you were worried about that. God's got you, girl. God's got you. You're one of those people that I speak up for, so you know that you have so much growing to move into in the next 3 years that's going to blow your freaking mind. It's really going to blow your mind. Your kids are going to look at you as a beacon of light and as the strength and the lion that you are, and what you've been through and what you go through. And I'm telling you, the second you take a step out in your spirituality and what you're gifted in, you're going to see your finances completely reverse. You're going to see spirit work. There's something... You've got to let go of some of the old shit and the people that just siphon off of you, girl. I'm not going to get into your whole reading right now, but I'm just going to tell you, you need boundaries, because you've got so much gifts, but you cannot be surrounded by people. You can't have enemies in the camp, because God's trying to protect you and what you got going on, you know? I love you. I think I would have rather been in jail than where I was, but I'm holding strong. Call on your guides. 3 hots and a cot don't sound so bad sometimes. It's all in the mind. It's the way, and it's easier to say that when you're not in it. I know, and I fucking hate hearing that sometimes too, but how you respond to it is your power, baby. It's your power. Mac Molkos, keep your head up. We're all here for you, Shauna. Yeah, that's right. I love you too and appreciate you. I got you, girl. We'll get you recorded up. Spirit's got a little surprise in there for you. Hi, Corey. Hi, Just Tracy. I love you, baby. Hope you and your family are wonderful. Hot Rod, did you find another Canadian, eh? She says, we are close. You fuckers are so lucky you got snow. Dropping nuggets, catch peeps. Ooh, we got 444, blessings in disguise. Any other numbers for the collective energy for the highest good of all? Apple, you're such a sweetie. I really am so grateful for all of my mods. I don't tell you guys enough how grateful I am for you. For all of the people that get in here and lift each other up. I love the shit out of your guys' energy. You're what makes me, if I just got on here with a bunch of siphon ass energy, I wouldn't probably do it. But the fact that I get on here and we interact and we get these times together. Are you Canadian too, Eric? I'm fucking Canadian, eh? You lucky fuckers got snow. I want snow so bad. 1331 comes out with good fortune. Maybe I will get some snow. I want to go ski. I want to fucking ski, man. And I want to, this year I actually think I'm going to spend a full day snowboarding. See, ski's my shit because I don't like my feet bound together. You know what I mean? When you got to run and get out of Dodge. So my skis all end up all fucked up like this, fucking back behind my head. I'm like, I'm going straight down. Me and my sisters, we get crazy. You've never been skiing? What? Yeah, mods kicked ass tonight. There was a lot of freaking pain in the asses in here. All I seen was blocked messages. You guys, I thank you so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. You give me hope and look for your lives and win. I am late. I'm late. Drives me nuts. Fuck, I'm always late. Jace, I'm always late. I like getting on there and communicating with you throughout the day. You're a sweetheart. And thank you for sharing the pictures of your little girl in your life with me. That's the stuff I'm talking about, that intentional communication, and it's so beautiful, and you have so much good coming for you. You just don't even know it. All of that time alone and all of that hard work, art of pain, like you have so much to channel into your artwork. So many stories of so much. You just, oh man, what God's going to do in your life and what you're going to allow at some point. You're going to have this miracle moment and you're going to be so fucking unstoppable, I promise you. As long as your intentions is there, you're going to be unstoppable. It's okay to disconnect sometimes, by the way. Thanks, Pluto. Yeah, I do disconnect. I'm always being I'm such a innovative person in my spirit and in my mind. Like, I'm talking to a collective of deep thinkers and people that well, God, I guess we contemplate everything, the way things will work out and things like that. And I get to this point sometimes where I don't want to do that, and I have to go to, when you're in a leadership position or you're in a mentor, even a teacher and a leader needs to go be taught again, you know what I mean? Or you go to this new level, or you know what I mean? Starting this whole YouTube channel, I had no fucking idea what I was doing. Still don't. You know what I mean? I get on here and I see people who have it past, present, future, and they have these things, the crosses that they put their cards in, and they know each of the meaning of the Rider-Waite Tarot. And me, I'm like, I go off of pictures. Like, I don't fucking read like other people. I'll use oracle cards, numbers. I can pick up on past on loved ones through images or just impressions, and it's like I'm still honing my gift and the way that I work with spirit, and it's always changing. Like, I can go to sleep at night and then wake up with like a whole fucking upgrade, a light code upgrade in my body, and my language changes, my meditation techniques change, my hand movements, my speech, the way that I receive and perceive. Some days I get so many messages and I have to find the switch to like, okay, for the past on loved ones, and you guys would not believe it, like, but there's sometimes like I have to literally close off the channel to the spirit realm and just be fucking normal, so to speak, because I have kids. Like, I still have to live in this physical realm, and I did come here to do that. So staying in the spirit realm all day long can be, and I love it. I am addicted to spirituality. I'm addicted to finding myself. I'm addicted to fucking bettering myself. I'm addicted to moving forward in life and really truly saying I see the pain for what it was and the art that was behind it and how it created everything that I am, that I'm going to be, that it's addicting. I want to be better. I want to always be better, and I want to cherish what I have been and what I've been through. Whoa, that's crazy. How did you do that? Mafe, that's badass. Feliz Navidad. That's cool. That must just be, I don't know what that is. That's fucking badass. Hey, I've never seen something like that. Addicted to spiritual growth. Thanks, first time. Basically. Max says, haha, you are great. I sure like that. Oh my god, Morgan, you're not coming on my tits. I would rip your little tiny pecker off and fucking throw it halfway across the county. I'm coming in tons. That's why you fucking are single and probably don't have a girlfriend. I'm coming in tons. Come on your tits. I'm sure they're bigger than mine. How did I know it was tiny? Lucky guess. I do read fortunes, and something in here said, yep, you got a tiny one. And you got a real disrespectful mouth in the way you speak and treat women. Good luck with that. All right, 1331 and 444 for the collective. Good fortune. Good fortune. I know, guys, I'm a fucking asshole. Sorry. I'm coming in tons. Yeah, please. No. I'd rather fucking trip on my shoelace and do a full face plant into a fucking fat, steaming, hot pile of cow shit and lick my lips than let your little tiny dick anywhere by my body. Thank you. Have a good night. All right. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on the way. Everything will work out in your favor. Advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Blessings in disguise. And those can come as obstacles, hardships, strength, building character, and experience. God, for some reason, this number just rings so true for me. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you have been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you are building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Hey, to all my framers out there, I love you guys. Just make sure your shit is fucking plumb and don't put no bowed studs in that bitch. I gotta hang sheetrock. Go hang sheetrock later. If you're gonna be a builder, be a master builder. Oh my god, I'm gonna use that as my logo. If you're gonna build shit, build it right. Do you guys' grandparents ever tell you that? If you guys are gonna build shit, build it right. How we make every know that? Divine intervention. Love you guys. Hey, when you do good and you're a good person and you really do, you think Spirit does not see you guys all down here fucking putting in the work? Man, how can I be a better person, or how can I help this myself to see this in a different light? Or you call on divine intervention, you call on divine good. Do you guys know how many times I have called divine judgment on myself? A lot. I call divine judgment on myself if I'm not standing in the upright, if there's something I need to see or something I need to work on. It's like praying for strength. You're going to get some fucking shit that's going to make you strong. I stopped praying for strength. Now I pray for wisdom and knowledge, and now I'm like, oh shit, I really fucked up there, because, you know, there's a reason why we don't know everything, because even they say, what do they say? We use 8% of our brains cautiously. Okay, so in other planets, right, we have 24 strands of DNA. Like, these people have, like, I'm going to say beings, like 33, 55, 88. I mean, like, they are fucking connected. Okay, they're all fucking pistons are firing. Okay, not one spark plug is malfunctioning in the motor. You know what I mean? So when you ask for wisdom and knowledge, you better pray for the discernment to know where to put that shit before you ask for the wisdom and knowledge. Because discernment, in my opinion, is the greatest gift you can have above all else, because that's what always leads you back to the truth, what's real, and trusting yourself. When you can trust yourself there in the divine and where you're led and your connection is strong, you know when you put your little antenna up, fucking Jesus Christ comes on and he's like, I got you, daughter. I got you, baby. Wasn't all for nothing. Okay, now can you help me to understand how I can use what's happened to me? And God has a loving hand, you know what I mean? And really will show you when you're really eager and you really are, your intention is good. The spirit realm, God sees you guys and what you're doing, you know what I mean? And that you're seeking for something that is outside of yourself, but you want to know how to use the wisdom and knowledge. Why do you want the wisdom and knowledge? How are you going to use it? Because of course, I'm like, okay, you want the higher paying job. You want the $40 an hour journeyman fucking framework job. All right. Can you read prints? Can you run CAD? Do you measure twice and cut once? Do you know your angles? Can you use a speed square? Can you run a fucking, use a chalk line? Can you find plumb? Can you find square? These are all the things that Spirit basically asks. For those of you that aren't builder, you know what I mean? That's this kind of, did you dot your T's and cross your I's? You know what I mean? How do you want to use what you get given to you? And I guess that's the better question to ask. How can I use what has been given to me for the highest good of all? And we need to get back to remembering that there is a need to be selfish and to be self-discerning and discerning towards others based off the fact that not everybody has good intentions. But the fact that your intentions are good. You guys like that hair? I literally has been like this since I woke up this morning. Can you tell what side I slept on? I got busy and I got out of the house. Ask yourself. Ask the divine. They're asking you. What do you want it for? What are you going to use it for? How will you use it? Is it just going to take a moment of time till somebody pisses you off and then now you have this power to call in or open portals or to, you know what I mean? You need to know what you're doing, because what we do here affects a lot of things with it and we're energy. We're energy beings. All right. How are the higher selves in the collective right now speaking to the collective? What do we need to know most from that aspect of our higher selves throughout the collective? Daughter Payne says you look amazing. Thank you. You like that side bun? Toodaloo! Okay, I don't care. Feel good. Loyalty is so misrepresented in so many people that are fake and can fool some, but real loyal recognizes loyal. Facts. I know whatever I don't know that is for me to know. Spirit will download. Absolutely. That's right, Misty. Mosey. I can sit in a truck when it's cold. Bro, those are some of the roughest times. Besides a heartbreak, huh? Freezing your fucking butt off in a fucking truck when your toes are cold as shit. Should've worn my heated socks today. Ain't nothing like sitting in a cold pickup. If you can withstand that, huh, and you're like, I know I can't start this motherfucker because I only have enough fuel to, you know what I mean, get back to town or whatever the scenario is. You're so cute. I like that. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Casey, a reading for me today. It is my birthday. Chinder, is it your birthday, darling? Big energy is hard to see in blind spots sometimes when those who hold the mirror for us to learn and grow don't quite have the right angle. That's a good way to look at that. A lot of things, I hate my toes being cold. Me too. Things are mirrored back to us, and that is such a great learning tool, because it could be a lot of things that you despise or don't like or appreciate, and somebody else is the one thing that you actually have within you. We are all connected. So if you're not liking something in somebody else, it's because you possess it yourself. If you're jealous or envious of the gift that somebody else has or the way that they are, it might be time to look at what you can do, instead of preying on somebody else's downfall or wondering what somebody else has. There's enough abundance in this world for all of us to have a piece of the pie. Yes, happy birthday, Chinder. How old are you? Are you going to let us know? Hi, Alicia. And talk about another sweetheart. Awareness really is key. And Lottie, do we have a lot to learn when how we were all taught. I look at that too. As a person in society, I think about, hi, gorgeous. I think about how do we rewrite, or how do we, sometimes I think like, how can I as one person, and even within my family dynamic and the way that I pass things on or what my kids learn, it's like, how do I become the change? How can I help? It seems like there's so much sometimes and God's just like, just plant the seeds. Just go where you're led and plant the seeds. The divine will do the rest. And it really is about faith. It really is. It's like, I can't change everything. I can't, I can change who I am, the way I respond, and the way that I see. I can't change who I am. Okay, I'm always going to be who I am. But I can change the way I respond to life and the way that I perceive and interact with certain energies and things within this life that could make it better. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody ever has all the knowledge or wisdom, and things are always changing, nor will we. As a builder, you have codes that are changing like every year, different tools that are coming out to stay on top of, like, the metal roofs. They've got away from the 3 tab and went to the architectural shingle. There's so much shit that's constantly changing for betterment. So I guess as long as we just stay up in the energy and keep working, that we'll always be connected, and we do that from faithful. 48. Happy 48th birthday. God will give you the answer. I personally need to learn, and still am learning to listen and not tune him out. Girl, we're all in that spot at some point or another. Right, and you think you got it figured out, there's always something else. So I guess it's a collective of people that can adapt to change, and people that can adapt to, as long as you keep good intention, love at the root of all things, that love, that you don't allow spite, envy, jealousy, hatred, hurt, pain, loss, blind the vision that's being given to you by the Creator. You're doing all right. You know what I mean? And that could feel so stifling when you're like, I just don't think I'm ever going to get it right. It's all about learning. I mean, come on, some of us have more lifetimes to go on this planet. Some of us are nearing the end of a cycle here. You know what I mean? And this is just one planet. Just one planet. We're just doing the soul evolution thing. We're growing it so when we can go to like fucking badass Gladiator and fucking Star Trek fucking bullshit. We're like, yeah, I'm your father, Luke. Right? We're gonna laugh so hard one day, dude. I swear to God, we are. It's all because of love, or for love, that everything is done. And the root of it, I completely agree. Just Tracy says, oh, Apple, you just called me out without knowing it. I know. Apple's on fire tonight. Just a fucking speck of sand, right, guys? But I'm such a beautiful speck of sand with other beautiful specks of sands. We make a beautiful beach. Hi, Aurora. Welcome in. First time here. Thank you for hanging out. Sounds like my cheating kitchen witch ex-partner jealous of my gifts. Witches get such a bad rap. They really do. We are very special, and nothing will ever report ever again. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to call on some messages from the higher self, and then because it's Chandra's birthday, I'm going to read for her. Tomorrow I will do a pull card for the family. I've already been on here for over an hour and a half, so my toes are actually cold. My toes are cold. It's chilly in here tonight. I need to hook up my receps and my thing and put my face plates on so that I can seal off some of that other cold air. I've got some finishing work to do, and it's gonna happen. Can't wait. We need to learn to protect and set the boundaries within the external world. As long as we don't learn from the lessons, we keep repeating it until we learn it. We can find generational curses within our parents. Yeah, I'm here, Aurora, laughing out loud. You said your first time here. It cracked me up. I know, frog toes. They're cold. My cankles are cold. I don't get on the cankle kick, Casey. We're not doing cankles tonight. By the way, I'm going to put out some shorts from that video. I'm sorry, but I think the Hocus Pocus revealed in the live section is by far one of the funniest videos I've ever done, talking about, black magic and spirituality and just having fun with it. That's probably by far one of my most favorite. Gary, you leaving? Good night. I love you. Did you just put your heater on? Girl, I need to get my heater going. I need to take it off that bucket, right? Heat rises from the higher self. Shine your ever living love and light on me, yeah. 'Cause this little light of mine, well, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine, I'm gonna let it shine, whoa. From the higher self to the collective. From the higher selves to the collective. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Freedom, Las Vegas. We got kind-hearted, sparkle, and listen. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen, the higher self says, I pay attention to the world around me. Signs and symbols lead me to success. I listen and discover the path of eternity. God, that is such a beautiful. I like the energy in some cards. You guys ever feel so close to the Holy Spirit, the fire like that you literally feel like it's all around your being? Max says, I can be your heater. You better wrap up around those toes. There's been a lot of toe talk on the channel too today. I was actually thinking about that. Like, let's see your feet. I was like, oh my God. I love the phoenix too. That's why I got it tattooed. I love the phoenix. Did you see a second face in the fire? I love it. Don't you guys love it when you can actually see other stuff? Ooh, I see one up in her hair. It's funny that, ooh, I see it. I see it now. In the orange right there in the middle above her crown. Oh, I love that. Freedom. I realize that failing at things creates doubt, resentment, so I try to embrace the sunshine. I am positive, find peace, and discover the light within me. That can be one of the hardest parts of the journey, huh, collective? There's so much freedom in that, and it's like, I'm just going to walk through the door that says, I'm going to listen to my higher self. I'm going to feel. It's the first thing, our reaction to things that feel failing or feel things that make us feel inadequate is to shut off the heart space and we stop feeling. And that's how other, addictions, bad behaviors, ways of thinking, thought forms come into that energetic field that we're in because our vibrations sink in. So we step ourselves outside of the light. Sparkle. From the higher selves to the collective. I turn fear into strength. Oh, I love this picture. I free my mind from doubt and have faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, and I discover the light that lives within me. And it could not get much more beautiful than that. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, oh, in the month of May, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My God, we're talking about my God, my God. Kind-hearted comes out. I deal with difficulties through a positive mindset. I continuously show kindness to those around me. God, I would love to walk in that space. Would you guys not? fucking gorgeous. I'm going to be outside. I'll be back in a little bit. Hi guys, welcome in that are new to the channel. I turn myself over to the warmth of the electric baseboard heat. Man, baseboard heat, that shit sucks. Because it doesn't have the fan to push it out. Boy, how we have evolved. But boy, when that fucker gets hot, it'll heat a room now. You probably got that old wood paneling on the walls on that 70s stuff. Oh my gosh. I've demoed so many houses with that. Why am I talking about building? Chandir, we're going to do a read for you, darling, because it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I got a little sparkle, a little shine in my life. Be happy. Ba ba da ba da da da. Ba ba da da da. Don't worry, be happy. Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to take it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Sparkle still comes back out. Sparkle, shine, glitter. What does she say in Trolls? Sparkle, shine, glitter. I like it when that one guy farts out the fucking glitter. He's my favorite. I got kids, so I get to watch. You guys ever get messages from kids' movies? Oh my gosh. Ooh, look at all those pretty emojis. Thanks, Just Tracy. Guy Diamond. All right, for the highest good, happy, happy, happy birthday to Chandir. We love you so much from the collective. All right, for the highest good, what does this beautiful soul need to know on this trip around the sun? Woo! Oh my gosh. Woo! Woo! You got 6666, great blessings, and you got 2222. Who are you working with right now energetically? You got feminine forces. Oh, maybe that's the thing. Maybe you need to incorporate. Yeah, it feels lonely, huh, darling? Sometimes it does feel lonely. For Chandir. Yeshua, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, for the highest good. I heard continue to stand in your truth, and the truth will set you free. Mighty warrior of light, child of mine. Oh dear one. I don't know why, but I just like envisioned you sleeping and like a benevolent being over you as you sleep, and somebody that it's like a watcher that watches you when you sleep at night. It's a protector. Openness. Be open to receiving divine guidance in relationships comes out. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. Your spirit guides tell you, nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of the things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. You sure have done a lot of work on yourself, and I feel that when I read your energy. You should be very honored by the spirit that you have, that your soul. You have a calling. And tonight I talked about being strong and persevering through things, and you know what, your energy that comes out and freedom comes back out again. It's you realize that no matter how many times you fall, you get back up, but sometimes we have this ability to close ourselves off to everybody around us. You could be seeing 1212 that comes through right now. There's something with Mars and Venus. Yep, and taking one step at a time. You feel lonely. It is a lonely path when you start to awaken and you're on your path. And isolation comes out as I say that. In solitude, discover your true self and connect deeper. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. Expanding your spirit, openness. Be open to receive divine guidance in relationships. Looks like to me, you're kind of on a spiritual quest, and you're going to be working very hard at that. I can see that. You've got the High Priestess and the Fool that comes out. It's like you do go where you're guided. You do. And when you go, you work hard at it. You work hard at See, you're somebody that has like a heart for humanity. You don't like it when people, the underdogs, you know what I mean? When one person has it all and doesn't share. You have like a very kind, very loving spirit. Spirit sees that too. You do have a new beginning that's coming through, and something that is going to be lucrative for you in some aspects. Just make sure that you don't move, I'm being told to tell you, so fast in a direction out of a feeling of, you know, what we think we want is different than what we need. And sometimes, you know, the Ten of Pentacles comes out. Your ultimate happiness will come, but allow Spirit to be the lighthouse for you, the beacon of light. Make sure, I heard haste makes waste, so make sure that you slow down. And the Fool comes out again. You have the Fool twice. Yeah, you've got a very courageous spirit. You have a spirit guide that works with you that's kind of... yeah, and see that connection. You have a connection with animal and spirit in that way. Getting out of the house and being in nature is going to be, yeah. And the Queen of Pentacles comes out. That's your connection. That's your strong point. Animals, nature, being outside. Like even if it's really cold and windy, like for some reason when you come in, you feel refreshed. And you do have a lot of swords energy out here. Your intuition is going to heighten too over this next year. The next 6 months are going to be, and Six of Cups comes out. You're going to have this ability to connect with the higher realms. If you continue to listen to Spirit and to go where you're guided, you have a lot of help in the heavenly realms. You really are. You've got the Six of Pentacles. You got 666 that comes out, and you already had 666. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and when I say that, it feels like you've probably like worked really hard for whatever this is coming. And I'm seeing from 2 to 6 months, you could be getting a surprise of some sort, one step at a time. I saw the mountain ahead of me and gave it my all, one small step at a time. I make progress by focusing on the present moment, the task at hand as the results. I reign a good life. And that's why I said haste makes waste. So just make sure that Chandir, that you are being centered. I want to tell you to be centered. And it feels like maybe you might have a new way of meditating, because I'm looking through the glass at this. I don't know why. I feel like you're in some way, this doesn't sound crazy, but like a meditative, what do you call that? Do guided meditations for somebody in the future. You feel like you have an ability to help people. You might have a voice that's very, something to listen to. You just feel like a very youthful, very energetic, but yet very... You have a way of helping people look at things that they wouldn't look at it before. That is a very strong gift of yours. But you're learning how to do this for yourself, but Spirit wants you to know that there are going to be other people that you work with that are going to come along. So now that you've learned to maintain the boundaries, and so I think you've had a lot of people deceive you and leave you in the cold in the past and make you feel like you were left out or had to carry things that weren't yours. I think you did carry a lot of people's shit that did undermine you or did underhanded dealings or tactics, whether it was emotionally. You will be victorious. But like, I'm seeing yoga or like a life coach or something in that aspect. I told you the next 6 months, like you're really going to be blown away in how all of your struggles and the things that used to make you put up walls, you help other people learn how to break down the way that they look at that, the way that they release it. It feels energy. It feels like energy. It feels like you're an energy healer in some way, whether that's through Reiki or mindful practices. Okay, meditative practices, emotional intelligence. And I'm going to read those two that come out because I don't think anything is an accident. You got harmony that comes out. I am open to the idea that I am an image of God. As such, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn all of the darkness in me into light. In the absence of complaints, anger, and hatred, I find harmony. And maybe that could be a projection of other people that have, I get really itchy when I talk to you for some reason. So I'm trying to figure out if this is a passed on loved one or if you just have a spirit guide that's like really in my face. Life force. I am a being of light. I receive the divine energy within. I regenerate every cell. And we talked about energy healing. So my daughter is trying to call me right now and I am on the live. Gracias. Gracias, mi amiga, for subscribing. Regenerate every cell. I heard microderm. Micro. The spirit showed me like working with like your energy works with like tiny cells in people's body that restores. This is so crazy. Restorative energy. What? Restorative. Oh, goosebumps. Dermology. I don't know. Microdermology. I can't hear it all the way. Dermatology? I don't know if it's an energy that you have, and then I asked spirit in my mind right now, is it an energy that you have, right? That helps heal others, and then he showed me like, see how she's holding kind of like a plant? Or something from nature, like she didn't go with much. I don't know if you're going to find out about a healing modality that you might actually, and it looks like it comes with, I don't know if these are other energy beings that you work with or specific energy. Definitely being guided by that microdermology. Why the frick? I don't even know if that's a word, dermology. Either way, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is the work that you do, and it could entail with plants, it could be with energy. You have a way of healing people. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is you're a natural healer. And you're going to be led to move into that aspect. I realize that failing at things creates doubt, resentment. So I try to embrace the sunshine. Sunlight, vitamin D. It's through the skin. I don't know, I can't hear that word all the way. It's not microbiology, it's microdurgent. It's talking about what I'm seeing is it goes through the skin and it affects. I can hear your guide. Microdermology. They're like, no. I'm like, what? I can't get it. Dermology. It goes through the skin. Whatever it is, see the light around these people's hands? I can't explain it to you, but whatever it is, it's something that goes through the skin, whether it's an energy, a medicine. And I'm talking about, like, we talked about, like, hearing the lotus, like a flower that only grows in a certain spot. I don't know. It's an energy. It's something that you're going to put your energy into. That drives me nuts when I can't hear the word all the way. Dimology. What does that fucking mean? Sorry guys, but I gotta look this up. I cannot. Microdymology. Help me out, spirit guys. What is it? It's not microbiology. What is microbiology? Microbiology is a scientific study of microorganisms, those being in a unicellular, single cell, multicellular, consisting of complex cells, acellular, lacking cells. Microbiology encompass. I didn't hear the B though. It definitely has to do something with, I'm telling you. Demology. Videos of microdemology is something. Introduction to microbiology. But I did see that word in there. See, this is how I get. I start investigating stuff and then I can't. I don't know. Happy birthday. That's all I know. I'm going to be digging into this. Studying microbiology. That's going to bug the shit out of me. That is going to bug me. Okay, well, you have a beautiful energy tonight. It does seem like Spirit's trying to bring in, maybe you've been asking about, see, it's something that works with the magician. It's like an alchemist, something that helps something else transform or heal it. Helix. I heard the double helix. So that's within the helix. Is within the DNA system. See, it goes back to cellular and genetics or science, but it's through the skin and it's ancient. You've seen her in the cloak in that picture. Very interesting. See, and it's like you're working with other people on the other side that are bringing through. See, the Six of Cups is about soulmates, but it's like you get divine direct guidance. 33 as I say that. 95 likes. Dermatology, microdermology, is it I don't know. That bugs me so bad. All right, and then you got 222. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you will become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge, listen. 2222, feminine forces. Relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. They keep bringing out patience. There's something that you need to be patient on. Maybe you're asking about that or want to know about something. This could have to do with a moment of justice for you in some way. And it's going to be brought on by you're highly intuitive. Like you have this very whimsical, very it's magical. It feels like magic. Like it's witchy vibe, but it's also, it's like from the stars kind of. You have this old wisdom, like akashically, that's within you to restore and heal certain attributes. Very interesting. Injustice comes out again, I swear to God. This could have been something that was taken from you in a past life, stifled this lifetime, or could seem impossible for you to do. Oh my gosh, and you have the world that comes out beside that with the new beginning. Does that not look like a healer? See the light around the skin and how it's like focusing on the body? I'm telling you. And then see, and my skin's starting to itch right now. And it's got the sacred geometry. Like I'm telling you, you're going to discover something that's going to blow your shit. 6 months to 6 years. Watching the 6th year. I'm telling you, whatever you're going to do is going to, it's an old unique trait. Yep. Celebration in that, the enlightenment. I'm telling you, you work with your hands and there's energy. It's light. It's like a it might be a light code. It's like a frequency that you're able to harness or decode or bring in. It's really exciting as I feel it. I feel really excited to honor. Yeah, you will be honored. And study comes out. You know, you might go into a new course of study that actually might it might take you in a whole different place. I'm telling you, you could just be like cruising the internet one night looking at shit, and then this modality comes out and you're like, holy crap. And you might actually give it an old try. I don't even know. You know what I'm seeing right now is practical magic, when they put their fingers on there and they're like, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Like, you're going to fucking accidentally figure something out. Watch a show. Something is going to bring something into your awareness. It's super freaking exciting. Shanor, by the way, I love you and happy birthday. I know this is kind of like a crazy, I don't even know what the hell I say half of the time. Harmony, seek balance and unity within yourself and with the world around you. With the world around you. It's like the world around you tries to help you. It's going to. I don't know. You feel like you'll heal or put strength back in. Like this flow of energy that helps other people transform. Like, it's an illness, though. It's like, I want to say, like skin cancers or like fibromyalgia. It's like something in, I'm telling you, it feels like pokey in my skin. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Microdursion. I don't know. I love you. That's what I have for you. Number for you to be on the lookout for. Confirmation 111 destiny as I split the deck. Follow what you feel. Listen as your intuition helps guide you to what you are manifesting. The inner whispers are helping you to create, and that is that you desire. Listen, lean in, and follow your soul. Your affirmation, life is always happening for me. I am allowing myself to lean into what feels good. And I'm telling you, it has something to do with other people getting relief from a feeling in their skin. Microabrasion. Now I'm hearing that. I got goosebumps. What's microabrasion? Micro... Whatever, you're working with the micro. It's all I know. These big words come in my head and I have no idea what the fuck they mean. Hi, Zonin. Fibromyalgia is a form of arthritis of the hands. Is it? Hi, Misty. All right, one of my brothers, when he couldn't explain himself, we said something like that. Dude, I sometimes, you guys are so welcome. Sometimes I just get microdermabrasions. Why am I hearing that now? Microdermabrasions. I don't know what the fuck. And feelings comes out again. I'm telling you, it's something the way that you relieve pain for somebody. Sorry, I'm like trying to work with your spirit guys. I'm trying to bring forward the message. Whatever, you're gonna unlock something within, and I'm sure if I read for you, well, if I read for you again, I'm gonna put that out. I need to fill out these cards. I was gonna do that today, and I started getting busy, but I got a crap load of blank cards, and I'm actually gonna leave them out and set them on my thing, but of just cards that I can. Because I get words like that, and sometimes, I swear to gosh, I have filled out a whole pack of these and stuff that comes out. People are like, that's the realest shit I've ever seen. And I'm like, really? Because I just heard words and wrote the shit down. So, whatever. You know, you just lean into your gifts and kind of trust where spirit leads you, I guess. Everyone should read about ATPs after you are done here. ATPs? I'll look that up. It's very important for our calls. Huh. I'll look into that. I wish I spoke Gringa. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Alright guys, I love you. All of you all. Releasing negative energy from others by allowing them to speak out what is troubling them. That is a beautiful gift, right? That is a beautiful gift. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, the highest bright light. I call back my energy with love and light. Purify it and encapsulate it back within my energetic field. For those of you in the upright, I send back your energy to you with love and light. And for those with mischievous, dark deities, energies, witchcraft, fucking hoodoo, who knew, I send that shit back to you 100-fold. Anyways, oh my gosh, my son's running out here in his skivvies. I love you all. You guys be blessed, and I will be on here tomorrow, Wednesday. Shauna, if you're in here, we will do your personal reading at, fuck, I already forgot what time I said. Did I say 3? I'll email you. I'll get on there. Sorry, I was driving most of the day, and it's like an hour and a half to everywhere I drive. Anyways, I love you. Happy birthday. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see y'all lovely souls tomorrow. Mwah. Love from Idaho.
Kyler's back.